We are live. This is the Comic Hall and Roundtable discussion. This is the Comic Hall special. We are talking Avengers Endgame. It has been out now a week, well, theoretically a week, and of course, it's what $1.2 billion opening weekend.
as expected.
I mean, we all saw that coming. I am Matt Odom. This man here is Antonio Coleman. Xavier Randall will be joining us shortly. And we are going to give our thoughts on Endgame. This is not going to be a long show. So, speak of the devil, and he appears.
So y'all,
Welcome to the party, pal.
what's up, man?
What's going on?
And well, you know, Avengers Endgame has come and passed, and it did not disappoint. For those who follow me on Facebook that watched the show, saw my status, and as I said, this show, that movie belongs in the Smithsonian. And it was just top of the line movie, man, from start to finish. It was a great way to close out the first phase, with the first phase, right? MCU.
Yeah,
And I thought it was just a really good movie. It didn't seem like 3 hours. Now it's 3 hours, but it didn't seem like 3 hours sitting there watching it. I think maybe one time I glanced, to check my watch just to make sure, to see how much time was left. But for the most part, it was a movie that moved at a relatively good pace. Uh, I thought that my favorite part of the movie was one, the Hail Hydra with Cap, and then the second part was when they dropped down in New York during the original battle. That was, I just
what?
like the way,
Oh,
yeah,
talking about
just
with the
how,
hope.
yeah, how they just dropped down into it. It's kind of like damn near like a video game. They just dropped down and all hell was breaking loose. It was done really well. Now I'll tell you this, Xavier, and I did not say anything about this in our private group, but me and Antonio actually read the spoiler. What, about 2 months before the movie came out? TC, probably about 2 months ago.
Yeah, yeah,
two
about
months
two
ago,
months.
and it was literally the only thing that changed in that spoiler was Captain America was supposed to die, and they flipped it, and it was Iron Man.
I
So,
mean,
so sitting there watching it, I was just kind of like, "Oh shit!" It actually played out the way we thought it would play out.
Yeah,
It was quite funny, man. And it was a couple of times that me and TC kind of looked at each other like, "Oh shit!" Like the Ronin scene. I thought the Ronin scene was just gonna be, just some cookie cutter, just based off the trailer. But when they gave you that action, I was like, shit, we could have had another 30 minutes of a Ronin fight. But I just it's and we'll get into some we'll all voice our opinions, and we'll probably just talk about most of this stuff throughout the movie. But Xavier, we're gonna bring you in here, man. We're gonna let you take the rock for 5 yards right out the gate.
okay. Well, I mean, I put it like this. I love the movie. Don't get me wrong. I did enjoy Infinity War better, but I love this movie. Um, the thing that they did is with the Russo brothers, man. They had you locked in from the beginning, like the opening sequence with Hawkeye and his family, and like the reaction and the emotions that he was showing from when his children just disappeared or the events of the snapshot was amazing. It had you locked in right then and there. But I will say one thing, man. It was a couple plot holes in there here and there, but every movie had those. My favorite scene was Cap getting Thor's hammer. Like that hands down. I As soon as I saw the hammer shaking, I already knew that it was going to Cap, and he looked better with that hammer, better than Thor did in any other movies. He actually did more with it. He was more fluent with it. My second favorite part of the movie was I thought you were gonna say it, but when they asked Professor Hope to Hulk out, and he when he did the fake and barely tapped the car and kicked something up, dude, I almost fell out my chair laughing at that, man. But Thanos, man, with or without the stones, that's a bad Joker, dude. I ain't gonna lie, I was excited when I saw Iron Man die. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Such
I
a cruel man.
no, I'm just saying, man. I clapped when he got impaled in Infinity War, so I was looking forward to him going. I ain't nothing against Robert Downey Jr. because he's done an amazing job as Tony Stark in these movies, but
I mean, he looked like Ric Flair in the beginning of that movie,
yo,
man.
everybody looks sick in this movie.
Yeah, he looked like Ric Flair, man, wrestling right now when that movie started.
Less Flab though. Oh, speaking of Flab, Fat Thor, man, yo,
That was hilarious too.
I love the route that they've taken the Thor character, man. This is like Chris Hemsworth, hands down, is probably my second favorite person in the MCU. Well, he might be number one since Chris Evans is not gonna do it anymore. But dude, I get this movie. If I had 15 thumbs, it'll get 15 thumbs up, man. I love it.
Yeah, I really wanted Captain America to fight Bucky in that scene instead of Captain America. And I was just hoping that those two would have started would have battled it out. Because I just knew when he was like, "Oh shit," I was like, "Oh man, he going to fight Bucky," and then it was Captain America. I'm like, "Man, come on, man." I really wanted Bucky, but that whole thing was funny, man. It was hilarious. There was some straight hilarious scenes uh, during that part. They were going back getting those stones. Uh, I really like um, how they did when Thanos came in. I like the way that it was really more menacing to me in that last battle when Thanos came in than it was in the Infinity War. I mean, it was just like more like we're not wasting any time, and this is how it's gonna be. And I like you said, the whole Captain America, Thor's hammer was cool. I'll tell you what I liked about that, man, was they took a page out of Marvel's Capcom with them combos, man. But some of them combos was just like TC was going crazy over there to my right, you know, and even though Thor was fat, man, Thor Thor was bringing the hammer literally. Fat Thor was going to work, man. He was looking like Big John Stud,
Yeah.
out there. TC, what's your thoughts, my friend?
Overall, I really love the movie. I mean, there's some characters that they kind of basically kind of took out of play that I wanted to see have bigger scenes in the movie on there for it, because they pretty much the whole thing with Hulk, they pretty much just sidelined him for the whole, to me, for the whole series from the last movie, even for this movie. They pretty much sidelined him the entire time and didn't let him like Hulk out, I guess what you say on there for it. Uh, my favorite scenes in the movie, man. That one scene with the final battle when you saw like both sides like converging in on each other. That looked straight out of a comic book. And in fact, I saw that one of the artists that does the books for Marvel actually did that scene for it, and that's why it looked so familiar. The way you see all the heroes just
Yeah,
in a line running. I love that scene because it looks like I said, it looked like something straight out of a book you see. It's not something just out of a movie, but out of a book. And then also with that scene, with the basically with them tagging off with the new gauntlet, with them handing off from one to the other to the other. That whole sequence to me, I love that. I love the way because you got to see Black Panther show out. You got to see the lethal Spider-Man with the red eyes and going in and start killing folks. And you got to see everything in there for it that basically that you didn't get to see in the other movies previous to it. So it kind of answered a lot of questions, um, especially with Spider-Man for that. But I mean, overall, man, like like the final scene with Thanos, I like you said, the man was just more menacing. He came out there and just sat down in an open field and was like, I'm waiting, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait. And when they were like, yeah, what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm just gonna sit here and wait, and that's it. And that's what he did. And to me, this Thanos was even more
yeah,
Yeah.
more of a brawler than than the one from the other movie before that.
Because it showed his skill instead of his power with
Yeah,
the stones.
Right,
yeah.
right.
That was that was like one of the best parts about it was you actually saw hand to hand combat with him. You
Yeah,
know, I mean, we saw Hulk get his ass thrown around, man. But being able to see him just go toe to toe with folks, that was the best part of it. And what I liked about it too was I liked the way they did it. I've talked to a couple of people and they were griping about, well, they should have went by the way the book did. I was like, no, 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 no. They did exactly what they needed to do because much that it was done much better than if they would have tried to go by the book.
I
Because
mean, did they want Adam Warlock just
well,
to
see, that's
appear
what
out
I'm
of
saying.
nowhere?
That's what I'm going to go with it. Is that if you're gonna go by the book, then you got to go through a whole. I mean, you damn near got to go do two or three extra movies just to get the
Right.
characters
right.
onto the screen. No, what they did was they basically set everything up for going forward. You know, one thing that people have not caught, and Tony brought this up after the movie, and we talked about this the other day, is that when Captain America took those gems back, we don't know if he took them to the same spot. Theoretically, you know, the mythos, there's theoretically he might have taken them back. But like I told you all before, Adam Warlock has to have one of those gems. So what about the soul gem? As TC brought that up to me, like who? So who gonna give up a life to get the soul gem again? You know, did he whoop Red Skull's ass while he was over there? I'm just being silly now. Hey man, I know you. Did he whoop his ass? So we don't. These are questions that we don't know the answers to, but they are great placeholders going forward in the MCU.
You know, we're not gonna get the answers right.
Bingo.
Phase
But
four is no, we're not gonna get those answers.
well, I think I think the stones will still be around. I just because you got to have them for certain characters. So for like some of these folks, like Adam Warlock, you got to have some of this stuff. Now, then again, this is Marvel, so they could change it, you know. Um, but I just thought that was interesting, and being able to see Cap get old, and then to see Falcon take over, and so that opens up now for all y'all collectors, and we'll talk about this later on tonight. That opens up a whole new avenue of books to go get. It was hilarious because Larry had already told me to get that book when he took over as Captain America. And he's like, "Hey man, you might want to pick this up." And this was like maybe 2 years ago when the book or something like that. I think maybe a year or two ago. But it was quite interesting to see how they set everything up going forward. I think the addition of Thor to the Guardians of the Galaxy is an absolute win because they all mesh well. And two, it's, I told Antonio this after the movie, Xavier. I said I don't think Thor is one of those characters that can carry. I mean, his last movie was good, but we always talk them first two. The first two were rough,
Right.
and so putting him with Guardians of the Galaxy works well because they all play off each other well.
Here's my only thing with that. I think the only reason they went that route in Endgame, because by the time they finished shooting, they didn't know who was gonna be directing the new Guardians at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because they were already done filming by the time they brought James Gunn back to do the third one. So I think they went that route, hoping that what's the guy who did Thor 3? Tiki YT, whatever his name is, Meek. Um, I think they were hoping to get him on to direct that, so that could possibly be his little swan song, so to speak. But I mean, I really I hope they go back and still do more Thor movies with that director, because they started something with that, but we're probably not gonna get those, especially since we're not gonna have Jane Foster anymore.
Yeah. Not X, but TC. Your thoughts?
I think it's a good idea, man. I mean, I mean, there is a art as Guardians of the Galaxy comic, so technically that has happened as far as in the comic book world on there forward. So, and like you said, Thor's not somebody. who's really gone on an outing on his own and been a good solo character. So I think with him with a group of other characters, that's that's probably the best place for it. That'll fit.
Yeah. Um,
Was Gamora in the ship?
you know what?
Yeah,
She
yeah,
she was in there.
yeah,
She
Okay,
was.
yeah,
I don't remember seeing her. That's why I was asking.
yeah,
which Gamora?
Oh, it's only one Gamora.
yeah. Because you know the other one is really dead. Like she never
Yeah,
actually came back.
she's still in the stone.
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, she
Gotcha.
didn't get snapped away. She was gone before he even snapped.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. She actually, I forgot about that. That she died before that. Yeah, you're right. Um, Black Widow. So where are we going with that? So I mean, what is this movie coming out? What is that going to be? Is this a prequel to Avengers? I mean, where are we at with this? So TC, any
Hey,
news on?
real quick, Puff said that Gamora wasn't in the ship.
Yeah, TC. Let's go through. Not TC. X. Go through the chat. Let's see what we got in the chat room.
All right, we got Stay Puff. We got we got my homeboy Said Jones in here. Um, let's see, we got Terry's YouTube channel, and right now that's pretty much it. Those are the active talking people in the group
All
right
right.
now.
Any comments? Any comments?
I mean, it's a few in here. It's just pretty much little banter going back and forth about what we were talking about at the time. Like I said, Puff just said how Gamora wasn't in the ship. Um, Puff also was saying how the first Thor was good, second was terrible, and the third was fun. So I agree with that. Um, and earlier, I'm trying to go back and see. Somebody said how we're not going to talk about America's ass.
No, we're not going to talk about America's ass.
Hey man, that was funny. That was cute.
Uh, Captain Marvel. Uh, came in was not extremely overpowered, which was really good. She wasn't as bad as she was in that movie. You know what you looking like that for, man?
She get the Jared Leto treatment on that movie. We've been the same with or without her.
But
All that build up for her, and I told you how I feel about Captain Marvel, the
well,
movie.
they'll probably have her running the show
She's
going
sexy as hell though.
going forward. Yeah, she looked good now.
Ooh, she cut that hair, boy.
Yeah, she looks really good. Um, trying to think what else that we with this movie here.
Somebody else talking about some Thor beard braiding itself. I did notice that during the movie though.
Oh yeah, with the lightning
Like,
hit. Yeah,
I was like, when did that happen?
yeah. That was
Oh,
battle ready.
I didn't even notice that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about instant. So if his beard was braided, did his gut go away?
No, it didn't.
They're gonna put him on a spaceship weight plan. Him and Drax. They
Yo,
go they go work out together, man. On that same weight plan Batista on.
I'm talking about
'Cause Batista
Star
lost
Lord.
about 30 pounds.
Star Lord was still pissed, even though Thor was fat. They were still.
Yeah.
Yo, he just knew he was gonna be that dude. He like he ain't even the stud no more. Nah, bruh. He still ain't the leader, the captain of this ship.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see. Excuse me, fellas. Whole day, where they're gonna go with this Black Widow movie. TC, your guesses on that, man?
I mean, you could still do a Black Widow movie from basically a Black Widow from a different universe on there because that was part of the Russo's explanation about Cap is that he went to a different universe, not necessarily a different timeline. Well, as far where he when he lived out his life on there for it. That's what they explained that basically he dropped off the stones and then went to a different universe to live out his life.
I don't buy that.
Which
I think
That's some
another
flash. That's some flash shit. That's some
yeah,
I
I
I
flash
mean,
think
stuff.
but you're never really gonna get a true answer.
right, you won't get a true answer. I just
Yeah,
think that they said that because once he went back to Peggy and lived that life, that created another timeline from then on.
right.
But she can't say that he went to a different timeline. He went back to the same spot. He just created a different path. So I would, if they would have said that, I would have been cool. But I read what you were talking about, and I felt that was just a cop out, just to
Yeah.
get Vince to stop talking about it.
Um, and we're gonna roll along. This will not be a long show tonight, y'all. Go
Hey,
ahead,
check
Ray.
check this out though. With Black Widow, they still got plenty to do. They can make movies. They said they're gonna do a prequel movie. They can literally do a movie from the prequel all the way up until Infinity War if they wanted to. They can do three movies with that. That'll just lead kind of tie into what to her throwing herself over and whatnot, which I still don't understand that to this day.
And you know she's producing her own that movie, right?
What?
Yeah,
I
this is the
mean,
first time that any like actor has taken on a producer role, but she's gonna produce it herself.
actor or actress?
Act as far as like in the MCU,
Oh, okay.
any of the actors in the MCU has taken on like to produce
No, I got you. I got you now.
their
Because I
own movie.
Ben Affleck was doing it for years.
Right. Yeah. But as far as MCU characters, she's the
No, I
first
follow
one
you.
to do it. And
Yeah,
it
I follow
won't
you.
and they said also with like with Hawkeye, because you know all these people, even Loki, who's technically dead, but we're gonna get the Loki that took the Tesseract and disappeared. That's the one that they said we're gonna get for the Loki show,
For
for
the
the TV
streaming
show.
service.
Yeah. That's the one that got away. We're gonna get that one for the streaming service. And then Hawkeye's gonna have a show. Uh Sam and Bucky gonna have a show, and then you're
Ghost
gonna have
Rider.
Black Widows. Yeah, and you have Black Widow's gonna have her own movie on there for it.
Yeah,
So
I, now,
and you got Ghost Rider, like you said. So
yeah. Now I was gonna save all of that for the end, but since we're already going that way, uh, I was thrilled to see that they're gonna bring back my man playing Ghost Rider, and hopefully they'll give it the same tone that they had on the show, on ABC.
I hope it's a little darker.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I hope it's look. That's
well, it's
what I
gonna
meant
be
to
on
say.
Hulu, so
So yeah, it needs to be a little
Yeah,
darker.
yeah.
th-
If it's
they
on
can
Hulu,
they can go dark with it.
Yeah, yeah. So and once again, that kind of goes back to what we were saying. Talking about Daredevil and all those shows. I mean, I think Hulu would be the place to put Luke Cage and all that. Back in business.
well, it's gonna be 2 years before they can do that anyway, just
Yeah.
because of the clause that they signed.
Yeah, this is the truth. So I mean, what 1 year, this year, next year. So yeah, yeah. It all depends on if they even still want to do it. You know how some actors are. They just kind of go, you know what, I don't
If
want
they
to do it
if
anymore.
they are smart, they'll sign back up.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
But now they
Everybody except for the Iron Flop. I don't even want to see him. No, no.
go ahead, TC.
no, I was gonna say now the TV episodes for the Disney Plus, they said it was only gonna be like I think they said 6 to 8 episodes a piece on there for it, and it's not gonna conflict with their movie contracts. So like they're like a number of appearances that they have to do. It's this whole separate contract and deal that they doing on there for all the actors doing that.
Okay. All right, let's roll along here. This is going to be a short show tonight, but I do want to get into a couple of books, just a couple of spec books, man. I got a link here to some stuff I saved up here. If y'all bear with me here. Meant to open it up before I open the show, but you know how it is when you're ripping and running. But I'll tell you what, I've got a notepad and some stuff here. Silver Surfer #4. It's going to be a little expensive, but it's a book that you could pick up at a relatively decent price if you look hard enough. Uh, Fantastic Four, I say 49. I mean, a lot of people say, well, 48. And I say, no, no, no. 49 is a sleeper. Got Galactus and you got Silver Surfer on the cover. And it's a book that's, I think, really undervalued because 48 is getting to the point where it's going to be out of the roof after a while. And that's the first appearance of Galactus. Uh, I think that you could probably scoop up Namor #1, the Silver Age. I'm not talking about Golden Age. Now, if you can afford the Golden Age, first appearance of Namor, hey man, knock yourself out. But as for me and my house, It will be Silver Surfer #1, Silver Age. Um, and let me get that link up, fellas. That link. Uh, find my bookmarks.
While you pulling that up, I know
Yeah,
I
go
was
ahead.
asking about Thor 390 just because I want to try to get it before it spikes up and have to wait a year before it drops back down. You know what I'm
TC,
saying?
what's the price on Store 390 on our
Uh,
Oh,
eBay?
when I
it's
looked, it was
anywhere
going for
from
like 25.
yeah, I could say it's anywhere from 25 up to like 125 right now.
Yeah.
But that's just because of what we saw in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
At some point, it's gonna die back down or drop back down. But for right now, everybody want it because they think it's that the new hotness. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Mm.
Hulk 377. First Professor Hulk. That book is now trending at 225. 225 slab. That's the highest it's gone. Secret Wars #4, $95. That's the book that's in dollar bins. If you can find it. Avengers 395, where Tony Stark dies, is $36 slab. Captain America 25, where Sam Wilson takes over as Captain America. That's 40 as of now. So that's a book that if you want to get spec on, want to try to get before it get out of hand, that's one that you might can get. Uh, and that's pretty much about it. Uh, let me
That,
see here.
that Submariner is gonna skyrocket just off of that little Easter egg in the movie.
Yeah. Avengers 196, the Taskmaster. Dude, what is that going for now? TC. What is Avengers 196 going for? Because at one point that book was outrageous. I mean, you could get that book for $15.
Still is.
Uh, Eternals is out of reach. Eternals #1 is out of reach. I saw that at the show. Savage She-Hulk was a book that you get for 20 or 30, $40. Now it's a nice penny. Uh, Thor 337 Beta Ray Bill. Is that still kind of tapered off? 'Cause at one point it kind of tapered off a little bit.
Taskmaster starting at like $75.
Thor 337 is you can get it 12.50 right now raw.
Yeah.
12.50, but I also see some up in the 75 range. There's one dude selling for 200 right now, but ain't nobody looking at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Somebody got a bid on one for
300.
300. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's at
So
9.8.
yeah. So I mean, if you find some of these books out, I mean, just and this is what I tell everybody. When you're going out to these shows and stuff, man, just look. So a lot of these guys are from small towns, and so the guys from small towns, they just want to get rid of books. They
yeah,
don't.
they trying to come off of it.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
just want to get rid of them. So a lot of times they have these books in there for like $4 or $5. So if you look, you can snag that stuff. And I mean, you just saw the miracle we had a couple of weeks ago. So I mean, you just never know. So don't get suckered into buying these books at extreme, right now at the extreme prices. Um, because what'll happen is you're gonna wind up overpaying. It's just like we all bought Amazing Spider-Man 361 2 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago. Can't even quite remember. TC, that book was what, 30, $40 at one point.
Yeah.
I mean, now you're talking like 375 for a slab, and God knows when he gets on screen, it's gonna be about 1,000 or two. So like Secret Wars 8 was a book that you could get for nothing, little or nothing. I mean, Miss Marvel is topping out at 1750. I mean, I'm just going down a list of books. I mean, I tell people this all the time. I mean, if you see Spawn #1, just get your Spawn #1. I got probably like 5 of them. Those are books that you can easily stack up, and they'll pay for themselves after a while. I mean, Spawn was already cool, so just imagine. I mean, the movie might be crap coming out.
you got 5 of them. Let me get one. Junior spilled some Kool-Aid on mine.
But I don't have the newsstand variant. That's the one that I really want. It's the newsstand variant, which is gonna be hard to find. in this day and age. Uh, but I think that's pretty much about it, fellas. Any let's go to the chat. TC Xavier, see what we got.
Oh, I gotta go back to it. I had one to eBay. Hold on. Only thing I'm really seeing right now, well, Puff also said that we forgot to mention Scarlet Witch and Vision getting their own show,
Yeah, I forgot
and
about that.
Puff also said that he thinks that Taskmaster is gonna be in the Black Widow movie.
Yeah, is that being confirmed, TC, about
Yeah, that's
Taskmaster?
that's
Is it
Yeah,
confirmed.
confirmed?
the
Okay,
prequel movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Well, there you go. And I
that'll
got
be a
that
good
book
way
for
to. Hmm?
$15 at the book nook.
I mean, that'll be a good way to go ahead and get him in the universe. So whenever they bring Deadpool in,
Yeah,
Taskmaster gonna have a field. Well, gonna have a hard, long day with Deadpool
yeah. So,
if they stay true to the comics.
well, told you it's gonna be a quick one tonight, y'all. This is a quick show. We want to tell everybody thank you for watching us tonight as we did our little Avengers Endgame review. We will be back. What did I say last time, Xavier? I forgot what I said, man.
Mm, Mid-May,
Me, May
mid-May,
probably towards the end of May. Yeah, we'll probably do probably towards the end of the month.
unless we do like a little quick snippet on Saturday.
Nah, like I said, I'll be in Alabama, so I know I won't be able to do this. No, I know I won't be able to do anything this weekend. But I will tell you this: is that gearing up. I'm already making the rounds. We're gonna probably start with Will over at Comics Plus. We're gonna do comic book store features. So look for those on the channel. They'll be coming up soon within the next couple of months. They'll be popping up. So make sure you check those out. We'll be touring different comic book stores and interviewing owners and talking the business of comic books. And that'll be coming up. I'd say probably we'll probably start rolling that out in June, and it'll be a series. So we'll probably do that. Um, but yeah, we'll probably be back towards the end of the month. And I think that's it for tonight, y'all. I think that's everything. TC, anything you want to add before we shut it down tonight?
Uh, get ready for Spider Man.
Yep, Spider Man is lurking. We're what, 2 months away?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
I
X.
just want to tell TC I need that shirt.
It's an old one, man. It's an old
Hey,
one.
hey,
It's a
vintage is awesome.
hot topic special, man.
No, this ripped apparel. Ripped
Okay,
apparel. Yeah.
that's the early day.
Yeah, y'all know how I feel about Vegeta.
All right, well, for everybody here on the panel, Larry, sorry you couldn't catch us tonight, man. But want to tell everybody who is watching, thank you for watching. We appreciate you for taking that time to join us tonight. And we will be back at the end of the month. All right, everybody have a good night.